Hi, Junior 6. I hope that you're live and kicking. Today, we're gonna start the first session or the first video about revision on the writing topic. Before showing you the writing topic of today's session, I'd like to revise how to write a film review. First of all, Junior 6, you have to know that the film review is written in 4 paragraphs, okay? The first paragraph, you have to answer these questions. What is the name of the movie? What genre is it? And then you have to tell me, is it based on a book or a novel? If it's not based on a book or a novel, don't say it's not based on a book or a novel. Then you have to tell me when and where was it premiered, and we said premiered means the first show of the film. Then you have to mention who is the director, who's the producer, who's the writer. And I told you before, when you mention these people, you don't say the director is, the producer is, the writer is. No, you have to use the structure. It's directed by, it's produced by, it's written by. And the last question that you have to answer is the film a big hit or a real flop and why? More importantly than telling me whether it's a big flop or a real, whether it's a big hit or a real flop, is to mention the reasons. Don't tell me big hit and that's it. Don't tell me real flop and that's it. You have to support your answers by reasons. If it's a big hit, you have to tell me what are your reasons for thinking so. Okay, a big hit means a successful film. A real flop means this film wasn't successful at all. So while you're writing the first paragraph, these questions have to be in your mind and you have to answer them all. Okay, then we move to the second paragraph, which tackles 2 points. The first point is a summary of the story without mentioning all the details. Why is that? Because if you mention all the details, you will not let the reader anticipating what's gonna happen next. You told him everything. But you have to mention just a summary of the most important events and keep the reader excited in order to know what's the end or how the events will finish. Okay, then the second question you have to answer, what did you like about the film? The aspects that you can like about the film can be the premise, the main idea, or the setting, or the plot, or the performance of the actor and actresses, or the scenery, the location that they chose for the film, or the special and sound effects, or the costumes worn by the actors and actresses. Okay, the third paragraph tackles the idea of the positive negative points, but we don't write negative points. You have to express your opinion without saying the positive points are or the negative points are. And the same elements that we discussed there, you can use them for the negative points. So these elements, some of them can be positive and others can be negative. Okay. And the last paragraph is going to be the recommendation. Who should watch this film and give your reasons and sum up what you said, okay, in the previous paragraphs. Another crucial idea that you have to bear in mind is that you have to use lots of adjectives and lots of idioms in order to make your writing rich and powerful. So instead of saying good and bad, which are meaningless, Junior 6, don't use good or bad, okay, because they have no meanings. Good in what way? Bad in what way? Okay, so you have to use other alternatives. So instead of saying good, you can say blockbuster, which means successful. You can say entertaining, impressive, hilarious, which means funny, exciting, enjoyable, okay, hit, charming, intriguing, and riveting means exciting. Thought provoking, which means that this film has deep messages or deep meanings. Imaginative, fascinating, charming, stunning, breathtaking, thrilling, which means so interesting, compelling and captivating, all of the same meaning, which means interesting or fascinating. So as you can see, I have more than one alternative for the same word, okay? Instead of saying it's a bad film, you can say it's a real flop or a failure, predictable, second-rate movie, dreadful, disappointing, boring when you describe some elements of the film itself. So now you knew what are the 4 paragraphs and what should be written in each paragraph. Please, pretty please, when you start writing, bear in mind that you have to answer all these questions that are related to each paragraph, okay? Then you can use idioms and expressions. So you can say the film lives up to the hype, which means it's interesting. You can say the audience were at the edge of their seats, so which means that they were watching it excitedly. You can say it's a worthwhile seeing film or a watching film, worthwhile seeing film or worthwhile watching film. You can say the film was the feel-good movie of the year, which means that it was a successful film, okay? So now let's move to the model about a journey to the center of the earth, and let's apply what we said about the layout to the model and check, did I apply these elements, these steps or not, okay? We're gonna take paragraph by paragraph and see what did I mention in each paragraph. The first paragraph, Journey to the Center of the Earth is a 2000 American 3D science fantasy action adventure film directed by Eric Previge and produced by New Line Cinema. So in this sentence, I mentioned more than one piece of information. The first one, I mentioned the title. I don't have to say the name of the movie is The Journey of the Center of the Earth. No, just mention right away the title. So I mentioned the title and the year of production, and then I mentioned the genre, okay? Then I mentioned the director. I didn't say the director is, I said directed by and produced by. So I mentioned the director and the producer. It's an adaptation of Jules Verne's 1864 novel. So the film was based on a novel. Adaptation when the film is based on a novel and then it's shown in cinemas, or they just make a film based on a novel. It was released in 3D theaters by Warner Bros. So here it was a new idea to release this film in 3D theaters. Pictures on July 11, 2008. The film was a big hit, so I have to mention the reasons. What are the reasons for thinking so? First, it received mixed reviews from critics and earned 244.2 million against a 60 million budget. So it was a box office success. So again and again, I mentioned all the parts that I have to answer in the first paragraph. Then the second paragraph, as I told you, will be a summary, but don't mention all the details, and then the positive points. So let's start by a summary. So don't forget, Junior 6, that I start by leaving a space at the beginning of each paragraph, and I use idioms and adjectives. Then, during an expedition to Iceland, the visionary professor, so I give him an adjective, visionary, someone who can predict about the future, okay? He has an insight, he has a vision about what's gonna happen in the future. The visionary professor Trevor, which was played by Brendan Fraser, his nephew Shen, which was played by Josh Hutcherson, and Hannah, played by Annette Brame, were unexpectedly trapped in a cave from which their only escape is to go deeper and deeper into the depth of the earth. So here I mentioned the three main characters or the three main actors in the film, and I told you that they were trapped in a cave from which they have to escape. Their only route to escape is to go deeper and deeper into the depth of the earth, traveling through never before seen words. So I didn't say words only, I said an adjective to make it rich. The trio means the three of them, comes face to face with Cyril and unimaginable creatures. Cyril means bizarre, unusual. Unimaginable means you cannot imagine. So new adjectives, please use them, including man-eating plants, glow birds, which means shining birds, and terrifying dinosaurs. Again and again, I don't use nouns without describing them, without using adjectives. So I said terrifying dinosaurs. I said glow birds. My blood ran cold. This is an idiom, which means that I felt so afraid while watching these scenes. The explorers soon realized that as volcanic activity increases around them, they must find a way back to the Earth's surface. before it's too hot. So now I finished the summary. I didn't tell you everything. I just tell you some events that will keep you interested to know what's gonna happen next. Then I have to move to the positive points, but I told you, you shouldn't use positive or negative. So how can I express the positive points? I use the structure I was blown by, which means I was so impressed. I was blown by the revolutionary filmmaking techniques. Revolutionary means new, different, innovative. They can take you directly into the heart of our hero's voyage. The 4D motion effects were captivating, which means exciting, thrilling. It was an exhilarating means so exciting experience to have tilting seats. So tilting means they're not straight, they're leaning. To convey emotions, to convey means to reveal emotions. Wind, sprays of water, prop lights to mimic lightning. So they used the special lights to imitate the lightning and the thunder that was there in the film. The special effects were mind-blowing. And this is a new adjective. If something is mind-blowing, it's so surprising to the extent that it's difficult to be believed or imagined. Now I'm done with the second paragraph. Then again, before moving to the third paragraph, I didn't say the positive points. I said I was blown by. You can say I was fascinated by. You can say the real story of the film was so and so. Okay, so you have different structures to express your opinion. Then the third paragraph, which tackles the negative points. And again, we don't use negative. We use a structure using a linking word, although. But when you use although first, you have to start by the positive thing in the film, and then you move to the negative thing, which means here I have to start with the positive point that I mentioned before. Although these effects were out of this word, which means they were impressive, they were enjoyable. So this is another idiom. The plot was rather predictable, so everyone can predict about it, can think what's gonna happen next, with too many silly moments. In addition, the premise, the main idea of the film was far-fetched. Far-fetched means that it's not easy for everyone to believe. It's unlikely to be true. Nobody could be deeper under the Earth's surface and then survive. Bear in mind, Junior 6, again and again, I don't say my opinion without supporting it with reasons. So I mentioned my reasons here, why it's far-fetched, why it's predictable. Moreover, the script can get a little lame. A little lame means that it can get weak, okay, or unconvincing or poor. And cliched. Cliched means it's meaningless, okay? So the negative points were the plot, the premise, and the script. And don't forget to support your opinion with reasons. And I used linking words such as although, in addition, moreover. Overall, the film was hailed, which means praised, for its imaginative scenery, okay, the location, inventive cinematography. Inventive means creative, and mind-blowing, I told you it's surprising 3D effects. It's recommended for all ages. It's a worthwhile watching film, which lives up to the hype. Please, pretty please start working tooth and nail and do what I asked you to do. Don't forget to divide your writing into 4 paragraphs. Don't forget to use idioms, adjectives to make your writing rich and powerful. I hope that you learned something new today, and thank you so much, and seeing you with another video explaining something different or revising something different. Thank you so much.